Hello farmers, and welcome back to Frechdachs on Farming Simulator 25. Hopefully everyone's having a marvelous Monday, a good start to their week, if you shall. Yeah, and hopefully everyone had a nice weekend also. As you can see right now, I'm watching a worker finishing up a plowing contract. We got 3 contracts going right now. Trying to get up to about $225,000 so we can go ahead and buy ourselves the drill for our new seed drill. Why I say new seed drill? I don't even have one yet. Be all first. We got the air cart. We're just trying to get the money up for the seed drill. But once we finish these 3 contracts, we should get them done. Be able to buy it. It's going to take a while for that hoeing contract to get done, and a little while for that cultivating contract to get done. Hello, Farmable, Adam, John, Big Jim. Hope you guys are doing well today for a Monday. Just going over some things before the stream, trying to figure out exactly what I want to do in what order, and well, it all depends on when the money comes in. Yeah, I need the seed drill for today, so that is priority number 1, because we got to drill our wheat and canola fields in. And another thing I need to do today is mow our grass field, pick up that grass and get it into a fermenting silo, which I think we need to buy a second one. We got one, but I think we're going to need another one just because we got that much grass to go ahead and convert over from grass to silage. But we're just a little bit shy on the cash currently. After this plowing contract gets done, where am I exactly for this plowing contract? Because I need to go back to the farm. Actually, I'm over here at the store. So I'll probably... I think I'll just go to the store and drop off the plow, and I'm going to lease the mowers and get the grass field mowed. I'm going to do that, I think. Let's go ahead and dismiss that worker. Let's go ahead and collect on that contract. I don't even remember how much I would even pay because I took it at the end of last stream. 19,363. All right, we'll collect on that. Thank you very much. That's a nice total. Let's go up the road. Hey, Big Jim, how's the weather over here? A little bit of everything has fallen out of the sky in the past 24 hours. I think we started with snow, then it went to sleet, then we got some freezing rain, then back to snow, and very windy as well. But as of right now, the weather's not too bad outside. It's like 20 degrees Fahrenheit and a little overcast, but overall not too bad. Can't complain. I got the TA over here already waiting for us to be able to get the other part of our seed drill. But I need to go into the store. We're going to lease the same mowers as we had last time because that worked out really well. Mowers, there we go. And we need this, and I just want to lease it. And then I need to lease the front mower. Now last time I mowed it and had the Massey Ferguson behind us, but currently the Massey Ferguson is busy. So we're just going to get a worker to cut the grass. And we'll go around later on and pick it up. I'm not really that close. There we go. I should also mention that I did get a chance to test the Baler on my test map. On this map here in general. But I do have a test save, like I always say, on the maps I'm playing on. And so I got the same equipment that I have right now, which would be this Fent and our Baler. And it works fine. Now, the problem that it comes up, where I got it to not work on the test map, is if I start to go over where there's ground deformation. The second I go over where there's ground deformation, the Baler starts to act up even on the test map. So... yes, not the balers, it's not the tractor or the tractor of the balers, it's the baler when it goes over ground deformation that causes it to act up the way it's been acting up. So there's not much I can really do about that. I do think since the last update, which was patch 1.5, was it? I think they made the ground deformation more, and that's what's causing the problem with the baler. So they either need to back up on how much they went with the ground deformation or fix the balers so they don't act up as they are. But that's just what I'm noticing on the test map. So I don't know if anyone else has noticed that with their balers. If they go into a field with ground deformation, that's where you probably will run into the issue. Hello, Skender. Hope you're having a good Monday and had a nice weekend. Now we'll get this grass mowed before the rain gets here, although I don't think rain affects mowing grass. Another UK map has dropped. Yeah, mods are just started dropping a second ago. And at first, I had to do a double take, but I think Oxygen David changed the name of Colmsden Farms to Oak. Is it Oak Ridge Farm or something? I don't know if that's a typo or something on the mod hub. When I saw the update to that map, I was thinking, I don't know, Oxygen David released an Oak Ridge map or whatever it's called on the mod hub. And then I looked, and then Colmsden Farms is not there anymore, but it's Oak Ridge. So I'm thinking somebody may have goofed up there. I'm not too sure. Let's go ahead and drop that. Also, I want to change that to swath dropping. And then I think we're all set. Just hire a worker to cut our grass field. And like I said, we'll go around later on, pick it up. Of course, we're going to put the grass into a fermenting silo. Alright, worker is... Alright, they're off. Our cultivating contract is almost done. That's going to pay us $14,000. But is there another decent one? Where is the current one I'm doing? We're in 142 cultivating. 82 does not look like it's anywhere near. That does not look like it's anywhere near. All right, maybe I'll just collect on that one. It is complete. Let's just go ahead and collect on it. All right, so we need 42,000. I'll get on the Hoing contract. That's going to be more than enough to pay for... Oh, the rain has got here. Is that going to affect... Does that affect the grass? If it affects the grass, I may just advance time. I don't think it does, but I'm just going to go ahead and advance the time until the rain stops. There we go. Technically the rain has stopped, so should be all set. Gonna get a lot more grass than we did the first time, so that should be pretty good. Hello Smokin' Joe, hello Sirwell, welcome. Hello Jay as well. Alright, so while all that's going on, maybe I will go ahead and take a contract as well, just to pass the time. Really need that Hoing contract to get to... Actually, do I have any... How far am I short? We're at 208. And I think I need 225, or... Yeah, 225. So I do need another 20 grand. But the only thing I will... tow between? Yeah, I want that as tow between. And probably dual wheels as well. Alright, so I need about 230. We got a baling contract on field 11. Let's go ahead and we'll do that. We'll borrow the items. And we'll get to launching some bales. Good, we got the right wrapper. No, wait for the front of this. Nope, we're all set. Alright, go route some bales. Yeah, so some mods are dropping on the mod hub. Last I checked, it was mostly updates and a couple of new mods, like a handful. So not a whole lot, but they are there. Hello, Ben. How you doing? And for those who are interested, I did release a SnowRunner episode this morning, so you can check that out after the stream. And yes, there will be an episode of Penye out tomorrow. Although if you're a channel member, you may have already seen it. No spoilers to the ones that haven't seen it. Yeah, so I do need about 230,000 for the drill, another 30,000 for another fermenting silo. I think I got about 200,000 liters of grass still fermenting in the fermenting silo from the last time we cut grass. So I think a second fermenting silo is what we need. Then after that, all the money we get, we'll start figuring out what I need after that. Probably a slurry spreader is what I would buy. At least a tank, so I can put the slurry from the pig pen into the BGA and ferment that to digestate. Hello, Robert. How you doing? And hello, Vitamin Protein. Thanks for joining us again. Appreciate you all being here on a Monday. I thought the AgroStar was kind of on the slow side at 24 miles an hour, but this tractor here can only do 21 apparently. AI worker is blocked by an object. What worker is blocked by an object? Is it the mower? Yeah, it's going to be the mower. Not sure exactly what you're blocked by, or did you figure it out? They may have figured it out. It may actually be that they were blocked by the belt for the potatoes. I think I parked the belt on that side, but it wasn't in the grass field. I really want to get a snowblower. Wish I had, but never bothered because the last few years the winters haven't been bad. This year, though, you're getting absolutely hammered. That's the way it goes. If you were to buy the snowblower, you probably would have gotten snow for 10 years. Hope I'm going to the right field, and I think I am because I see some grass bales out here. Hello, Ulrich. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Monday. Actually, Robert, you haven't missed that much at all. Oh, I do want to double check on my worker. Are you still mowing or did you quit? Nope. They're just sitting right there. All because the belt was in the way, apparently. Wait, you want to lower that, please? Wait, did you not lower the Nah. Even this worker on a Monday is not having a good start. Where are you going? No. Where are you going? Wait, are you really going to try to get that little piece of grass? What? Alright, I'm going to have to move this belt just because the worker does not like where it's at, apparently. Actually, you know what? Let me move it. Ridiculous. No, are you going to be blocked by the silo? I think they're okay now. As much as my worker can be okay. Alright, I'm going to get back into wrapping up these bales. There we go. Hello first, middle, last. I think that's what I'll call you. Oh, I can see how today's going to go. I'm going to be off on every little thing. It's going to be one of those type of days. Why does it always take forever in my game? I've seen other content creators, when they get rain, they just fast forward it. And then the second they get the cloud in the forecast, they stop, and it immediately switches over to clouds. I fast forward, get to the rain, and the rain sticks around forever. This job seems like there's a lot of bales here, but I think we'll get to it pretty quick. How was my Sunday? I was pretty much sitting right here. I recorded an episode of SnowRunner for this morning. I recorded an episode of Penier for tomorrow. I did some testing on the Frechdachs map for the Baler. And I played some ATS to get some of my Cupid event trailers delivered. So, I spent most of my day sitting right here while the weather outside was throwing everything at us that it could. And I'm actually glad that yesterday I didn't lose power once, which was kind of weird for where I am at. I figured with all the freezing rain, snow, and sleet, and the heavy winds, that I would have lost powers at some point during the day, but did not. At least we didn't get as much snow where I am where they were forecasting, so I'm happy about that. Although Sunday's usually also the day now, since I don't stream on Sundays, I try to go to town and get things done, but given the weather the way it was, I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. Giant should add mod options for mobile farming simulator in next mobile FS game. They also didn't provide multiplayer in 20 and 23. Multiplayer should be there in next FS. Well, I think it's one of those things is, does it benefit Giants for them for doing that? That's what they're going to look at it. I don't know the popularity of the mobile version of the game, if it's enough for them to provide multiplayer servers and all that. Been using that quadrant baler without any problem. I'm sure it's a map problem, not the baler. No, it's not the balers. When I was on the test map, what I found out what causes the problem is when the baler goes over the ground deformation. If the deformation is deep enough, that is what's causing the problem. So that's why, like in grass fields, you're probably not seeing it. Because I don't think we really get ground deformation in grass fields, do you? I'm not really seeing ground deformation happening here. But yeah, when I went in the test map, the baler was working fine. But the second I went over some ground deformation, but it wasn't bad. And the baler still worked fine. But the second I went over a ground deformation that was quite deep, if you will, that's when the baler started acting up. Woke up at 5 a.m. today, just got off the tractor, and when I got into the stream, kids had fun though, no school today. You hate that. Yeah, as for mods for the mobile game, I just don't think... I'm not really sure. I'm not technically smart enough to know the difference between the mobile game and the base game, what it has to go into for coding and all that, but I'm guessing it's a different kind of beast altogether. Wait, more rain in the forecast? I thought we just got rid of the rain, man. When's that rain going to get here? Well, it's not showing until 1700. So I got some time. So the only thing I really haven't tested on the baler is I haven't tested it on a different map, although I don't know if it's the game that can set the ground deformation depth, or can the map maker make that a different depth for every map. I'm not sure. Did it put an episode out on Penye today? No, that's out tomorrow. But yeah, members have access to it right now, but that'll be out tomorrow. SnowRunner came out today, so Penye is going to be on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and sometimes on Saturdays, depending on my time that I got. I would like to record I would like to record Thursday's episode of Penye, but I gotta wait until the video posts tomorrow and I get some comments about the question I asked. And I don't want to say anything because I don't want to put any spoilers out there. Yeah, you got 4 kids, so that's that will do that to you. Looks like I'll get this job done before the Hoing contract is done. Speaking of the Hoing contract, it made me think of the mowing contract. How is that worker doing? Alright, they're getting the job done. Although they are doing it at the slow speed because I left the cruise control at 10 from when I was working in it. You can go a little bit faster than that now that we don't have the forage wagon behind it. Welcome back, Robert. Been launching a few bales, but I haven't been keeping track of where they're going. And I missed that one, apparently. Didn't get the bale lined up correctly. That's some good distance. I thought I was going to get stuck in a tree there for a second. What are the goals today except for the drill? Just the drill, really, than anything after that. I mean, we got the grass field that we still need to pick up. Putting down another fermenting silo because we just got way too much grass coming out that field for one silo to manage. I'm still fermenting grass from the last time we cut the grass. Then if we get to the month of October, which we should, we'll be cutting up our corn, and all the money we get from the BGA may get ourselves a slurry tanker. We'll just have to wait and see how things go. How do you change the UI colors? There's a mod on the mod hub, but it's for PC and Mac players only. I think it's called Advanced Settings. That's the mod you're looking for, and you can change a few things on it. But you get the same like color options as you do when you can change colors of tractors or whatnot. Actually, I've had it on orange for a bit. Yeah, so it's called Additional Settings. And, let's see, I don't know. I think yellow may be too bright, but we could just try yellow. Is this the last bale? I think so. And we'll collect on this, and I'll probably go end up mowing the grass field. Save myself a little bit of cash on the worker. Alright, that was a good 12,500. We'll collect on that. All right, let's get to the mower. Yep, we'll get rid of the worker. All right, let's cut some grass. Got plenty more to go, but yeah, just waiting on the Hoing contract to finish up. Actually, I'm almost there to the money I need for the drill. That means I'll have to go and do another contract. Thought I had yellow on Pena. It's when you change it for one map, it changes it on all of the maps that you're currently playing on. So I think I did have yellow on last week. This grass field here is going to make us loads of cash. And probably in the future, I may change this grass field over to something else. Or I could even put like production buildings in it. A production building I haven't done in a long time is a cereal production. And also the bakery. We're just barely getting to where we can settle on taking care of our pigs. Hello, Drifter. How you doing? We afford the other piece of the drill by the end of the episode? Very soon. We only need another 10 grand. We already got the air car. We just need the drill. So that's not a problem. Once that Massey Ferguson finishes up that contract in Field 13, we'll buy the drill itself. TA is already down at the store ready for pickup. Actually, I've probably got a decent amount of silage in the fermenting silo I could put into the BGA. When I say a decent amount, maybe like 40,000 liters or so. Hello, RC Mark. Welcome. Welcome. Also, what field is this? This is the grass field right next to our pig pen. I don't know the number of it. What field number is this? Why is every time I exit, it's always got to do a save, and on a 4x map takes forever? It is field 44. Pig pen is right there. Cornfield is right there. Farmyard is not too far. Now, it's not going to take us an hour to plant our 2 fields with the drill we're going to have. Probably take me like 10-15 minutes to get both fields done. This grass field is huge. We bought this last week. I think the field cost like $670,000. And probably after I convert all this grass over to silage and gets processed through the BGA, I may have gotten all my money back on the field that quick. And the good news about cutting it in September, we'll be able to cut it again in November. And if you do like big maps, there was a map that dropped today on the Mod Hub that's a 4x map. Same size as this, but that means it's for PC only. Guess the next episode will be already to expand our fields. Unless tractors cannot pull the drill, have you checked? The T8 is just a little bit under the horsepower requirement for the drill. But being on flat land, I think it's going to do okay. Where do you sell electricity? I had to place a sell everything mod to be able to sell it. Well, most maps, it should just sell directly, because you can't transport electricity unless they change it. I haven't found what can transport electricity, but it should just sell directly. On this map, I think it's going to the gas station. I'm going to let a worker continue on in this field. Where are you going, man? Where are you going? There's no more grass on this side of the field. Are you going to go get this little piece that's like right here on the head? Where are you going? I have no idea what you're doing, but hopefully you can figure it on out, because I'm hoping that this work will be done here very soon. I think Calms and Farms got an update today, but they called it, let's see, what do they call it? Oak Bridge Farm. I think it's been renamed to Oak Bridge Farm, unless that's a mistake, but on the Mod Hub, it's now called Oak Bridge Farm. What does it say in the update? Fixed vehicles still appearing and start from scratch. Just looking quickly, they got a lot of fixes on it. Fix collision. Fix doors. Lots of collisions fixed. Remove flood because it caused splash issues when it's even gone. Well, there's an update for it today. That's all I can say. So give it a check. Maybe that will solve your problem. I don't know. Looks like this contract is done. All right, that's going to give us loads of cash. $42,211. Collect on that. All right, let's get this back to the farm, and we'll grab our forage wagon. And we'll get the silage that we do have into the BGA, so that can be processed. The trick is, Sir, well, I'm not too, like I said, I'm not too sure what's going on, but on the mod hub, it shows update, and it's called Oak Bridge Farm. So I was like, oh, okay, so Oxygen David had 2 maps? I must have missed it. I went to the mod hub, and there's no Calms and Farms on the mod hub, so I think he just renamed it, or it's a mistake. Got to remove these trees so I can use this access road a little bit better. Sam. Is Sam around? I don't know. He was here at the beginning like always. He may have disappeared. I think on this update it says no new save is required, but if you want to see the changes, you will need to update your save game or restart a save game. So you may want to double check on that before you do anything. Am I not in the trigger? Grass, silage, 38,000 liters. Spent several hours building a custom farm. Don't want to start over again. I hear you. It all depends how many hours you got and exactly what you've done. So usually what I do in that situation is I would read what the update is and see if there's anything in the update that was something I wanted or really needed. But if it's not there, I'd be like, then I'm not too concerned about it. That's the way I would look at it. Alright, put that silage in just to get us some money from the BGA in a little bit. But now we can go to Cedars, scroll on down. Okay, so system type, tow between. That's what we want. BKTs, we'll put duals on there. 228,750. Let's go ahead and buy that. That does leave me enough cash to be able to put up another fermenting silo. But hello in your base, welcome. Hope you had a nice weekend. Thank you for joining us. And hello Astrid, hopefully you had a nice weekend. Nope, not turning it fast enough. Okay. Alright. Beacon's on. And now the fun part of getting home with it. Oh, I gotta remember my plow is down here. You know what? Probably the best way to get back to the farm is actually going this way. Yeah, I am taking up the whole road. Getting down side paths. Whoa. Yep, light on the front. Again, of the T8. But getting down in between fields where trees are, that could be tricky. And, yeah, shouldn't be reading chat while going down the road with this either. Alright, that's a mess. Just pull that over here a little bit. How many tractors do we have? We just got 3 tractors. We got a Massey Ferguson 7S. We got a Fendt 728. We got this New Holland T8. We do have an electric Volvo truck. I would like to have more tractors, but as you can see, my money's back down to $32,000, and I'm going to spend that on another fermenting silo very soon. Alright, so there's kind of room to get past cars and such. See if I can get into the farmyard with this. Luckily, since it's such a big map, the traffic is kind of sparse, so I'm not going to run the traffic too much. But I need to get the air car into the farmyard to fill it up with seed and fertilizer. Don't be turning in here. You would turn in here. I could cut across the grass field and get in there a little bit easier, but I want to see if it'll get down our path. Am I sure the TA can handle it? Like I said before, we're like 20 horsepower under the requirement. But I'm kind of hoping, since it's flat land, it's going to manage okay. Well, even with the weight on the front, doesn't really turn the best. Luckily, a lot of these limbs don't have collisions on them. This bush right here needs to go, honestly. That's been in the way more times than not. I'm surprised it's taken me that long to just chop it on down. This would be good on Riverbend. Yes and no. Because that has a lot of traffic on it. And it'll be rough to get around, I think. And I don't think it would go over a lot of bridges either. Alright, so we should be able to fill up that cart now, I hope. Yes, no. Wait, can I not fill up that cart? Is it not in the trigger, or is it not going to let me fill it up? Well, I think I'm actually going to need... Well, luckily the work trigger is right behind us. Oh, no, wait, there it is. Now it's opening up. Alright, yes, fill up with seed. Alright, where's the fertilizer? Alright, I got it for the seed. But it won't let me fill up with fertilizer. Oh my god! Oh, I probably could do the trick. I remember now. I gotta get out of the zone and drive back in. Let me just move this stuff over here out of the way. Herbicide, I'll probably never use that again, but you never know. Be better if I were to take the drill off and then bring the cart through. Now the drill's hitting that. Boy, this is not going good. But then again, it hasn't been going the greatest since we got here today. I'm going to drop that off. I'm going to drop that off. Now I'm going to manage to get the air cart hopefully in the right spot for fertilizer. Why is it not letting me fill up? Alright, I think to make this easier, let me go ahead. How much is it going to charge me to put on? Yes, customize, fill conveyor, yes. Alright, 5,500. I think that's going to make it easier. Alright, fill conveyor is now on the other side. Alright, now if it goes in the back cover, that will let it fill up with fertilizer first. But it's going to seed. Alright, that one should let me fill up with fertilizer. Let's see if this works. That's seed. Fertilizer. Can I put some... Let's see, how much fertilizer do I got? 58 and 58. I think I'll fill up with fertilizer in the back. Oh, not enough money. Okay. I just broke myself. Spent all the cash we had. I've heard told you they'll release a map called American Farms this couple of weeks. I mean, if it's a modded map, I haven't looked at modded maps. I haven't been really on the Giants Discord in a couple of for a while, so I haven't been keeping track since I'm all set on maps currently. All right, switch this over to canola. From Oxy on Discord, after seeing so many people posting pics of visiting the farm to try and restore their privacy, I've renamed the map to discourage people going and visiting uninvited. Not really sure what he's trying to say there, but whatever works. Alright, now we're going to see if the TA can haul around the Seed Hawk. So we're like 20 horsepower under the requirement, but I think we're going to be okay. Need to unfold the tool first. Thought we are unfolded. What is the working speed of this drill? It says 9 miles an hour. And we are hitting 9 miles an hour, so the TA on flat land is doing just fine. Oh, I see. Okay, now I get what you're saying, Smoking Joe. Is people are going to the real farm, the real Colmston farm, and taking pictures. Got it. I was like, people in game are having problems because people are going on the multiplayer server and they don't want people visiting their farm on multiplayer, or what? Alright, so I'm creating a mess everywhere here. Skender, the speed of the Seed Hawk is what's going to determine the working speed. And the Fent does not have more horsepower than the T8 does. I'll have to come back and probably get this little piece here. I think the Fent only has like 230. No, it's got to be, Fent's got to be more than that. What is that Fent? Like 300 and something? Like 320? The game has not been saved. That's concerning. The Fent is a 303 and the New Holland's like a 430. 435. 435. So I don't know why I keep saying the Fent has more horsepower. Alright, I gotta learn not to try to get into the corners. Why did it say the game would not save? I'm gonna try to save in the game. I don't know why it said... Never got that message before. Alright, seemed like it saved. We are reaching top speed, so that's good. Now I just need money because I'm at negative $31. But last year we were planting with a 6-meter wide, and this is 19 something? 19.8. You don't think I'll be putting a worker on this setup? Not for the fields that we have currently, but in the future, if I get a lot bigger fields, a worker will do all right, I think. I haven't tried it in 25 yet with the new worker setup, but I think it'll do okay. Once I get this done, we'll go over to the other field and put some wheat into it. In the meantime, when we reach the top of the hour, the BGA should have some electricity to sell, so we should get some money in. But that's interesting about columns and farms, that people are going to the real farm to take pictures of it. And the owners are probably getting tired of people just showing up unannounced or whatever. Skender, our Fendt does not have more horsepower than the New Holland. I just showed the stats a second ago. It's like 100 horsepower less. I just have to get the corners of the fields. If I don't, it'll drive me nuts. But then I gotta back up. There we go. Got around that corner. But I mean, once I get the headland done, it's gonna be no problem whatsoever. Trying to remember the one on Oceanside Forest. That drill, I think, was a 30-meter wide. And I had the big bud with 1,000 or 1,100 horsepower. I think I had triple wheels on it, too. It was hard to get up those hills. We had the horsepower, it was a traction problem that we had. Didn't think Compton was real. Thought it was just a game map. I knew it was a real farm, but I didn't. I just didn't think people would be like, I need to go out and visit the farm now and take pictures of it. So at least now we know why he changed the name of the map. Now let me get this little piece here. All right, you're going to turn that way. I guess I'll turn this way as well. All right, don't turn that sharp. All right, hopefully in about a minute's time here. There we go. We got some stuff from the BGA. Will the worker just restart in that grass field now they got money? I can finish that off myself. That's not much left there, so we'll finish cutting up that grass. Hello, Lindsay. Do I know anything about the next patch coming out? Or the next patch coming out? It's a DLC that you can get, or if you have the Season 1 patch, you'll get it for free. But that was available in 22, and I didn't use it in 22. It's definitely a different type of machine for sure. But I haven't even looked at the I know it's a machine that didn't interest me in 22, so I didn't really look at the video for it in 25. So I don't want to say too much about it. And if you want to get the Season 1 pass or any of the DLC for Farming Simulator, and you want to buy from Giants, feel free to use my partner code. A little plug there, but I'm shameless when it comes to that. Link should be in the description, actually. By the way, this air cart system is available on the Mod Hub. I think it's available for all platforms. Probably should be looking at some contracts now, because I do need 30,000 for the other fermenting silo, and now I don't have the money for it. I would need the, as far as Fent goes, I would need the 1050 Vario. I think that goes up to 518 horse. So it looks like if I double fill up with fertilizer and one with seed, I think that's a good combo to have. And yeah, that DLC for the next I don't know if that's how it's pronounced, but that comes out in like the second week of March. I don't know how much the DLC by itself costs, but like I said, if you got the Season 1 pass, you'll get it for free. Like I said, if you want to have another look at it, you can click on my links in the description. That should get you to the Season 1 pass at least. So I think before it took about an hour or so to plant this one field. I think I'll get it done in about 10 minutes. So let me go have a look, see what we got for contracts, so I can get up to that 30,000 mark. Bale wrapping off to do, cultivating. Let's skip all the harvesting stuff. Ooh, another hoeing contract. Oh, it's way down there though, but it is 10 grand. It is 10 grand. I'll get a worker to drive down there. Just gotta go pick up the hoe. I do have ice cream and stuff I could sell too. Don't know how much of it I have. So 10,000 get us up to 23. I sell some ice cream, some lettuce. Like you. I think he'll drive off in that general direction. You set destination, and I will set it to here because I don't think they will be able to drive down between the fields. All right, we will continue on drilling our canola. So for those who weren't here earlier, I was talking about, I did test out the baler on my test map on Frechdachs, and the issue with the baler comes when it gets around ground deformation only. But of course, if I got the worker on follow me behind the harvester, and I'm in the harvester, well, the harvester is going to leave ground deformation. And that's why the baler is doing what it's doing. I haven't tried it on another map yet to see if it's the same issue on other maps. I would assume it would be, but I haven't tested it. So it's not really the balers or the tractors or whatever. It's got something to do with the ground deformation. With the amount of fertilizer and seed I got in this and the fields I got to do, I probably got enough for like 3 years worth of planting. At least now we have a seed drill, we have a planter. I don't have the potato planter yet. But man, even that thing, that potato planter is actually rather expensive for just doing potatoes. I think it's like $199,000. Robert, Nexa is a brand, and it's kind of a weird. Well, it looks weird. It's definitely a weird looking setup. But that will be the next DLC that Giants puts out in a couple weeks. Might as well get this little piece down here. That way I don't have to come back on down to get it. Robert, if you just go to Giants' website, and I'm pretty sure it'll be kind of advertised on their front page because it's their next DLC. Yeah, it definitely is kind of a weird looking thing. I didn't use it in 22 because I just didn't really. It's something that didn't jump out at me that I would want to use. My worker did reach down there, so after I finish this up, we'll get the worker to hoe that field. And we'll move over to the wheat field. Just gotta be careful. Can't make really tight turns with this setup. This cool, but I would not use it because of the yield bonus with the Macdon. Yeah, the 25% yield increase is kind of hard to pass up, even though I'm passing it up here, just because I did it on Riverbend. Hello, Glenn. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Monday so far. Alright, turn off the air cart. Let that fold up while that's folding up. Get the 7S fired up and get it onto the Hoing contract. Just down in the corners where I need to go. Wait, did I not accept that contract? Why is it not? I did not accept the contract. How about we accept it? That would be good. There we go. That's better. Love winning contracts where you can't even see the weeds. But I'm sure it says weeds are growing. It does say weeds are growing. So we'll let the worker figure it out. Alright, let's switch this over to wheat. And we'll go plant the other field. Not really having a good day so far. Things don't like to work well when it's minus 15 degrees Fahrenheit, including yourself. I also hope that when it's minus 15 that you don't have any winds, because that's... I could deal with that kind of temperature for a while, but if it's windy out, ugh. Alright, so before I go drill this field, let's get the tractor in the field. I'm going to jump back into the Fent and finish up that mowing job. So we'll park that there. Alright. Fire up the mower. Or mowers. Yeah, these swaths look a lot bigger than the last time we cut the grass. So last time we cut the grass, I think the yield was 65%. Now we got it like at 95%. I think minus 15 would be something about like minus 25 Celsius, somewhere around there. All right, I think the grass field is all taken care of before I return these mowers. Let's double check on our grass field here. Yep, grass field's all set, so we're going to return these mowers. Vehicle leasing. Return. And return. Does AI traffic recognize the road you put down? No, not really. Because the AI traffic is set up by the map maker. So any additional roads I put down, AI traffic is not going to go on those. Alright, we got any more silage? Not a whole lot, but I'll take it. Dump that in there. Alright, get back into the T8 and let's take care of the planting. Make sure I'm on wheat. We are. And lovely. Wheat is going in. I think this field's going to be a little bit more forgiving for planting around the corners. Why isn't your forage harvester filling up all the way? Well, a couple of reasons. One, the forage harvester, I'm using the unrealistic capacity. It's got like a capacity of like 275,000. But there isn't just a whole bunch of silage in there. It only had about 13,000 liters. I've been emptying it little by little as we go along here just because I need the cash. Try and get back up to 30,000 so I can put down another fermenting silo for the grass we just cut. But we'll be using that forage harvester in just a little bit after I get done planting this wheat and bring this back to the farm. I'm going to jump into probably the Fent, unless the Massey Ferguson gets done with that hoeing contract. But we're going to pick up that grass and start putting it into the fermenting silos. This feels a little bit easier to plant. It's got more, doesn't have really square corners in it. So it doesn't tempt me to try to get every little piece planted. But the TA is pulling this lovely, even though it's got 20 horsepower less than what's recommended. But I'm sure if there were hills and such here, that would start to give me a little bit of a problem. Now, looks like the tracks on the air cart are not leaving much of ground deformation, but the tandem wheels on the air cart definitely are leaving ground deformation. Hello, OKS Gamer. Welcome. Hoping you're having a good Monday so far. Thank you for joining us. Surprised you haven't had any minus 40 degrees Celsius temps where you're at. Coldest we have hit so far is 20 below Celsius. Every winter we hit minus 40 for a few days at some point. Have I stopped playing Aloft? Kind of. I've had some issues with Aloft, and I was hoping for like another major update before I got into it, but I've been rather busy trying to get recorded series going. So it's just a matter of trying to find time to get back into it. And really, when I stream Aloft, we don't get that many viewers. What setup is this? This is, well, we got the New Holland T8 in front. And this is the Seed Hawk direct drill setup, air car and drill. This is available on the Mod Hub. 19.8 meter wide working width. Hello, David. How you doing today? So I'm trying to remember, I think last season with with the Coon direct drill, which is a 6 meter wide, I think I had that for a couple of hours while workers were planting in this field. And we're going to get both fields done in like maybe a half an hour or so. Which makes sense. This is like a little bit more than 3 times the working width. Yeah, if I do stream twice a day, Robert, like you're asking, I realize it's kind of late for the people in Europe to be on, so... But just with the game Aloft, I'm not really seeing... I don't know, maybe I haven't hit that point yet in the game, but I'm not seeing nothing. It just seems like the same thing kind of over and over again for me, and it's getting to be a little bit repetitive. And I realize the game's still in early access and all. They're going to add a lot more to it, they say, so... Oh, yep, can't turn this too tight. I should know that by now. Yeah, we definitely could use another tractor on the farm. So, I mean, we could add that to our shopping list. But that's kind of a want, not a need. Unlike a need is like getting a second fermenting silo for the grass. We need that. I think a loft is really more for multiplayer, even though you can play a loft single player. Because when you get to like a cluster of islands in a loft, if you're playing with 2 or 3 other people, everyone can go to a different island, scout it out quick, and then you could all go to the corrupted islands together and take care of everything a little bit quicker. I don't know if you play multiplayer if it doubles or triples the enemies on corrupted islands or not, but of course, what I've been kind of waiting for, but I've been waiting for quite a while, and I don't know when it's going to come out, is Farmers Dynasty 2. Not really sure what happened to Farmers Dynasty 2 at this point. Because at one time, they were going to release it, early access, back in November. And now here we are in February, and now they're just saying 2025, so they must have come across something that pushed back development of that game just to come out in early access. How about a Big Bud 747 tractor if it's available? Seeing that we're kind of based in Germany, I'm trying to figure out if I need a bigger tractor or not. If the T8, the T8 seems to handle this just fine. So it's not like I need another big tractor. I need like more of another mid-sized tractor to help out with like grass work, or we need like another 350 horsepower tractor. I don't think I need anything bigger yet. I'm not sure the Big Buds are even available in 25 yet. Smoking Joe, do you like maple syrup at least? I hope you like maple syrup, because if you don't like maple syrup either, then I might ask, what are you doing being Canadian at this point? Started a new game on FS25, the Frontier map, really liking it. Yeah, maps are starting to flow out a little bit more, as we can see. You love maple syrup. Alright, so at least you got that going for you. Even live in a town that is the Guinness Book of Records for the world's largest single-day maple syrup festival. Haven't met anyone that doesn't like maple syrup. That's an odd question. Well, it wasn't an odd question because he was saying it's Canadian, but he doesn't like a lot of things that are Canadian. So I figured I asked maple syrup because I figured most people do like maple syrup. But again, where I'm from, maple syrup is, you know, we see a lot of farmers making maple syrup around here. All right, our wheat field. We are done planting with this seed hock for the year. Now I got to bring it back to the farm and find a place for it. And the good news is the cultivating it's not cultivating contract, the hoeing contract is done. FS25 needs a chicken cage. I'm not sure if there has been one or but I think they have adjusted it to where you can actually put the fence around the chicken coop, unlike when I did on Riverbend when it wasn't available. But I was told that it's not worth putting the fence around the chicken pen because it doesn't actually add that many more chickens. So I would say park it in the big shed. That makes an obvious choice, but I think it's getting kind of clustered in here a little bit. I'm going to try to park this, well, not to where the T8 runs into the wall. I kind of forgot that's where the truck should park because of the electronic charger, but well, it's there now. What I want to do is get the Massey Ferguson back to the farm. Hello, Bose. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Monday. Am I going the right direction out to the road? Yes, I am. Almost there. All right, you, Mr. Massey Ferguson, you set destination right there. We'll grab the T8. We're going to back up and we're going to grab some ice cream and stuff. Actually, I didn't collect on that contract, did I? Nope, collect on that. Let me see if the price is good on this stuff. Ice cream, yes, that's a very good price. Lettuce, no it is not. Alright, we'll just grab the ice cream, and that ice cream is more than enough. I mean, I got enough now, but this will definitely give us a little bit of extra funds for the farm. I probably need water here. Yeah, I'm out of water in this factory. Alright, sell that. And I'm just going to park this right here for now. Let's jump over to the Fent. And we'll start picking up some grass. Actually, before I do that, let's go into construction. Right here, that's what I'm looking for. Alright, so maybe I better... Can't remember if I level this out or not, but let's go ahead and level this out. And I got to scroll back down. Customize. Let's go with a yellowish color. Let's make sure I'm not... I want to get close as I can to the pig barn without actually going into it. Turn that off there. Rotate that just a little bit. And voila. Alright. Asphalt with dark dirt. And then I will smooth this out because I don't know if it's going to be awkward through here where I flattened it. Alright, there we go. Use the Fent because why not? We'll make one trip around the headland, get this grass right into the other fermenter. That way we got two fermenting silos making silage at the same time. Something smells nice, you could eat a horse. Didn't have lunch today. A lousy sandwich. I hate sandwiches. I love sandwiches. So even after putting down the fermenting silo, that leaves me with 20 grand, which is nice. So I think we're going to start saving up for a slurry tanker / spreader so I can spread the digestate down whenever we get it. But that will allow me to transfer the slurry from the pig pen over to the BGA. But I think I need like maybe a couple $100,000 for that setup. So hopefully next time I cut this grass in November, my tractors will be more free, and as we cut it, we can have a tractor behind us collecting the grass. Hey, hello Margaret, how you doing? Hope all is good. I'm at the cancer center getting my treatment today, so I thought I would pop in and watch for a bit. Well, glad to see you again, Margaret. Hopefully things are progressing well. I have seen your comments, Margaret, on like ATS videos and such. We're just going around collecting some grass off our huge grass field to be fermented into silage and eventually put it into the BGA, which of course will make us a whole bunch of cash. I was just thinking, I wonder if it'd be worth it if I could windrow this and cut down the number of swaths. But if I can only take 2 swaths into one, that doesn't really save me that much time at all. Ever tried out NF March 4 times map? Nope, have not. Is that map on the mod hub? I try to stick with mods that's on the mod hub, because if I don't, then I'll get asked a gazillion questions. I'm glad I went with the unrealistic capacity on the forage wagon, only because I haven't even done a headland yet, and we're up to almost 100,000 liters. This little bit of grass over here. Let's go ahead and pop this into the fermenting silo. And we'll activate that one. I should probably name this silo 2 or something like that, because it's going to say the same thing when I get into here, right? Yeah, it probably does. Chaff silage, grass silage, activate. I will put the silage on distributing, but let's face it, it's not going to distribute too much. Should increase the speed of the XML file a little bit. Do you think a 4 times map will come to console, or is it too much for a console to process? I think there are a couple of 4 times maps that might be available for console. They were in 22, I think. But usually it's maps that don't have a whole lot on them. So yeah, I think a 4 times map might be just too much for a console to handle. But I'm not a console player, so I don't know how much they're being pushed to the limits in 25. I mean, I would assume they're being pushed to the limits a little bit, seeing that when the game came out, they could only do 30 FPS. And now they kind of jumped up to 60 FPS, so I think a map double the size might be a little bit too much. you haven't seen the greenhouses episode, we got enough water. We're still in the same month. We haven't been in the same month as we were last episode, last stream, so we haven't advanced any time. No, 4x maps aren't coming to console, never have been. There were a couple of people in here, last time we talked about this, said there were a couple of maps in 22 that were 4x that were on console, and since I don't play on console, I just said, okay, maybe there are. But as far as I know, 4x maps have never been, but I don't check every mod that's out there. Now the thing is, I don't need to pick up all the grass in this in-game month because grass will not degrade at all. It'll just stay here. As long as I leave it here, it'll stay here. Will not decompose. That's the one thing I do miss about the Seasons mod from 19. Is how the grass and hay and straw worked. Yeah, it's too bad I can't set this off on a worker. But we had a worker cut the grass for us, so that was step one. Don't have access to that land. Yep, I don't. Play any story-based games, or are they all simulator games? I have played story-based games. I mean, not. It's been a while, but I did play a Plague Tale Innocence. I also played a Plague Tale Requiem. Those were story-based, and I think they might be getting close to be announcing the 3rd edition of a Plague Tale Innocence. And I could see myself, you know, when they announce the 3rd edition of A Plague Tale, I could see myself playing the 1st and 2nd edition before the 3rd one comes out in live streams. What version of Farming Simulator would you recommend for someone who has never played this? Well, the first thing I would ask, because every individual can be different, if you're unsure, if you really like the Farming Simulator series or whatever, to save yourself on money, you could probably buy like the older versions. I don't know how like FS19 goes for or how much FS17 goes for, but if you can get those games for like just the base game for like $5-10, you could just buy like that version of the game just to play it yourself to see if you want to play the game. But if you know if a Farming Simulator is going to be a game that you definitely want to get into and you're going to have a lot of hours, then you might as well just get right into FS25, because that's going to give you everything that is available to you. They've been glad when Farmers Dynasty 2 comes out. I talked about that just a little while ago. I'm not sure what they came across in that game, because they were announcing November 5th of last year for early access, and then they pushed it back to December. Now here we are in February, and now they just say in 2025. So I don't know. It seemed like, well, they thought they were closed for early access release, but now here we are months later and they don't have a release date. But again, Panther Killer, if you, like I said, if you're asking for like yourself, if you've been watching me play or other people play, and you know this is a game you're going to put a lot of hours into, I would definitely recommend FS25. But like I said, if you're unsure, it's like you're seeing a lot of gameplay, but you're still unsure if it's for you, maybe buy an older version of the game that's on sale and kind of, you know, cheapish. And then you can then figure out for yourself if you want to get something like FS25. Sorwell, I have no idea what you're saying there. I think there's a lot of autocorrect in that sentence. Well, either if you're on Xbox or PC, it doesn't matter. I'm just saying, you said what version should you buy, and like I said, if you know you're going to put a lot of hours into the game already, then you should just get FS25, because it offers you more. But if you're unsure if you want to put a lot of hours into it, then buy an older version relatively cheap, and then you can kind of see if it's fit your style. No, the sentence is correct. What? I don't know what FM25 is either. Oh, Football Manager 25. I don't know if I'm the man, Panther, but thank you. Hopefully, I kind of led you in the right direction. Because I kind of did the same thing, Panther, when I kind of came across Farming Simulator back just before FS15 came out, and FS13 was on sale. I said, well, let me get the older version. I'll play a little bit of that. And then after about a week's worth of playing, it's like, yeah, I like it. Then I saw what FS15 was bringing to the table. I'm like, oh, forestry work. Sounds like fun. And now here I am 12 years later, whatever it is, FS25. And I'm streaming to you wonderful people. Jay, are you saying you had gas, or they make tablets for that? Take some pills to get rid of that gas. Yeah, but when Farmers Dynasty 2 comes out, whenever that may be, whenever I get access to it, we'll be streaming that. And yeah, games, like Lindsay was asking, do I ever do like storyline mode? Which Farmers Dynasty 2, does it have a storyline? Kind of. But games like A Plague Tale Innocence, stuff like that. Yeah, I'll be streaming games like that. Been playing games, Forza games since 05. Have everyone always get the Ultimate Edition. Yeah, we all have our games that we love. I used to be into racing games back in, I'm going to start showing my age here a little bit, in the late 90s, early 2000s. The tractor needs gas. Well, probably is actually diesel, but I get what you're saying. But we still got like a third of a tank. We got plenty. Gas, diesel, fuel, it's all good. We know what he meant. Although in real life, yeah, you don't want to put gas into a diesel engine. Assassin's Creed, that's something I did not get into. Not saying that I wouldn't at some point. But I mean, I know since FS25 came out, I've been streaming this like 6 days a week, it seems like. For most of the time. I think the first 2 weeks I was streaming 7 days a week. Yeah, but when other games come out, we'll be taking a little bit of break from Farming Sim 25 when other games... like when Farmers Dynasty comes out, we'll probably stream that for like 3 or 4 days possible in a row. Ever played MMO games? Yes, I have. I wasn't a World of Warcraft player. I did play Neverwinter. And we had a pretty good guild in Neverwinter. Dungeons and Dragons Neverwinter. But that game... Yeah, the developers of that game really screwed over the community at one point, so I never went back to it. But in Neverwinter, I had one of the best Ranger builds in the game at the time. I did actually post a few videos on New World, but that was in closed beta, and I think I did a couple of videos on it when it came out. But then they kept changing the path of what New World was going to be, and it's like, it's hard to make a build of a character in New World when you guys keep changing on how the game is supposed to be played. I saw a game called On the Road Simulator. Is that the same as ATS? On the Road Simulator. I haven't seen On the Road Simulator. But there are a couple of trucking games that are... World Truck Alaska, which is now... I did something on the demo on that like last year. But now I think that's in closed beta. And... I was not going to get into closed beta because being a content creator, I didn't think I was going to be able to create content in that, which you weren't going to be allowed to, but now they released where there's no NDA on the closed beta. So now I'm trying to get into closed beta so I can get some footage for you, but I probably missed that boat. The thing is, though, like me playing multiplayer, if I were to stream something in multiplayer, make videos with multiplayer, it's got to be with people I trust, just because of all the things they could say or type in chat that would cause me problems with the people at Google when posting videos or live streaming. So, yeah, live streaming and stuff like that. I mean, if anyone's ever watched people on Twitch when they're trying to live stream and people are saying things on open mic, we know the problems that can cause. Now look at this. This is a glitch that's happened since the last patch, and it's happening to me more and more. It says I'm almost full on grass in the forage harvester. But looking at the forage harvester, there is nothing in there. As long as we get it into the silo, that's all that matters. Hello, Denard. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Monday. All right, let me go ahead and fill up with some silage. Whatever I got in here, 8,000 liters in here. And we'll grab some silage out of here. Let's not climb the wall, please. It's not a whole lot, but we'll get it processed. So yeah, I think the next purchase would be the slurry tanker setup. Oh wow, that's 258,000 for a 32,000 liter capacity. All right, so yeah, it's a couple $100 just for the tanker. Wait, that is a... Yeah, that's a tow behind. How much horsepower? 350. All right. Yeah, SES has a good trucking game going for them. And the good thing is they do listen to the community, and they do try to bring things to the community, the game that the community is asking for. And that's what makes SCS a good company and game to play, because they keep improving on it, and I do believe it's their own engine that they run it on. Now, the one thing, another thing that could be, I've heard that's something going on in FS25, are the trains working? I don't have a train on this map, but we do have a train on Penye that I'm playing on. And someone told me that the train is broken. So I just want to get the information on the train before I start trying to use it in Penye. What's broken on the train? ATS is one of your favorite games. It's a great game. Yes, it is. I actually was playing that yesterday. Not recording, but I was playing it, trying to get... I think I got 6 deliveries done for the Cupid event. Because I don't think I'm going to get it done in my realistic economy playthrough. Because I'm not back on the base game maps yet. So I got 6 deliveries done yesterday. How many rows we got left here? 5 more rows. We're going to have to pick it all up because once I get this picked up, we can go to October. And a lot of this grass will have fermented in both silos. And then we should have a good amount of silage to put into the BGA, and that will bring us in some good cash. And also in October, we'll have the corn to harvest. I don't think there's a windrow big enough where I can grab 3 swaths and put it into one. I don't think the Krone windrower from 22 would even be wide enough. It might be close, but I don't think it'd be wide enough. I will say that when I was playing ATS yesterday, getting some of those Cupid deliveries done, I had one incident where I did let out some colorful words. I was right behind a bus, and we were coming up to a stoplight in town, and the light was green, so I thought the bus was going to go through the light. And the school, it wasn't a school bus, the bus stopped, and of course I was not prepared for it to stop, and it ran right into the back of them. And the bus sat there, and like 3 seconds later, the light turned red. The bus stopped way before the light turned red, causing, I don't know how much damage to my truck. But luckily it was on my other profile where I got millions and millions of dollars, so it didn't matter. But still, the traffic in that game every once in a while will still get you. Yeah, actually on Riverbend, of course, this is when the game came out. I think the max viewers I had the first couple of streams, we had like 250 to 300. And it's been slowly declining, but then again, you kind of expect that because the game has been out now for 4 months? December, January, 3 months. The game's been out for 3 months. So people are probably not as interested in the game as they were when it came out. Of course, I mean, it is a Monday, midday, at least where I am. But for a while on Riverbend, you know, the viewers, we got around like 125 to 150, and now we're getting down to like the 100s to 125s most of the time. And I know Frechdachs is probably not the most popular map that I could have chosen, but SES really does have good AI traffic. I've said that in my videos before, and some people said, no, the AI traffic in ATS and ETS2 is terrible. And I just try to like, well, compare to what? Because all the games I have played with AI traffic, that AI traffic in ATS and ETS2 is pretty good. Not saying it can't be improved, but I think the AI traffic in that game is pretty good. Trucks don't stop with a heavy load. Yeah, they do. When they hit something, you stop. Alright, 2 more swaths. When I see a long straight line like this, I always think back of like driving across the I-80 through Nebraska. Just set the cruise control, lock the steering wheel in place, and you can take a nap. That was before, of course, AI would drive your car for you. This field will need to be fertilized. Is there any difference with using slurry over regular fertilizer? Well, Denard, I mean, they both have the same benefit to the field, but slurry is kind of a free byproduct of your animals. So it's like free fertilizer. That's about it. So, I mean, if you spread a field with slurry or spread it with artificial fertilizer, it's just one application of fertilizer, so it's not going to be more beneficial to your field. It all depends on just how you want to apply the fertilizer on the field. artificial fertilizers easier to apply, wider working width, faster working speed on the field, so it's more convenient with the artificial fertilizer. But if you're really trying to watch your dollars or try to play more realistic, you're going to use your byproduct from your animals to fertilize. So since we're putting all this grass into one of the silos, we can see how much grass we got off this field. Because I really haven't been paying attention to how much I've been delivering. Although some of it has been processed, but we'll have a good idea, or a rough idea, of how much we got. After we get this done, we'll check on our production buildings. Mainly the ice cream factory needs water, and our greenhouses probably need to be topped off with water as well. And that is why having the unrealistic capacity on this forage wagon was nice, because that saved me a lot of times having to stop, go dump off the grass, get back on the grass field. Because we got 241,000 liters of grass in here, even though it's not visible. Yes, Robert, I did try the pumps and hoses pack on FS22. I tried that on East Vineland, where I had pigs. Cannot tell. Here we go. So 678,000 liters of grass I got in here, so probably 700,000 is what we had. Let's get the Massey Ferguson back to the farm. We'll get the water tanker and top off these production buildings. I'm going to leave the hoe out of the shed because the 2 fields that we planted, they're going to have weeds in them next month. I was wondering why you weren't seeing any grass. Yeah, it seems to be a bug since the last Giants update. The last Giants update seemed to have broken a few things. Like I said, people are telling me the train doesn't work. Not being able to see the crop or whatever in the back of forage wagon harvesters seem to be broken. Alright, and then the ice cream production. Well, it's been a while since I brought the honey on over as well. Although, we do have plenty of honey inside the ice cream factory, but we'll go ahead and just plop it on in here. And the third pallet. Actually, I'll leave that there so the water keeps going in. AI has been messed up since last update. Lumberjack mod is broken since the patch. Sounds like a lot of people are having issues on certain things since the last patch. Maybe that's why the patch 1.6 is taking a moment to get taken care of. Alright, so how we doing? Liquid fertilizer. Alright, so I mean, that will need to be taken care of next time. I do got a good amount of electric charge that needs to be sold. So that should be sold here. If I speed up time to the top of the hour, we should get some money from the BGA. Yep, we got some cash there. That should have sold all the electric charge. Yes, it did. We're storing the methane digestate we want to spray on our fields. So yeah, we're doing just fine there. Yeah, I think we're all set. And the pigs, that's not what we want to look at. Sorry, the pigs, they got plenty of food. They got straw, and they're building up a slurry. So yeah, I think I'm done with September. Is that a mod beehive, and does it reproduce faster? No, I'm not running any mods for the beehives. I lost track. I think I got 18 of the largest beehives around. But the spawn point for the honey is a mod. Because the one in the base game doesn't hold a lot, and since I got 18 beehives, I got the mod for allows us for a bigger spawn point for the beehives. Well, we'll see if Sam shows up. You know what I'm going to do, because we haven't done any of this yet, and maybe some people have forgot, but I do have a $2 million loan that we started off with, so let's go ahead and we're going to repay off some of that loan. I mean, it's only $20,000, but yeah, we started off with a $2 million loan from day one. I haven't paid any of it back, so there we go. Alright, the first thing we're going to do is jump over and grab all the silage out of the fermenting silos and put that into the BGA. But we're up to $55,000. Where are we here? This is where we need to be. And we should have a decent amount of silage to collect from both of these. 75,000 liters is all the BGA can handle at once. So that's going to be running for a little bit. The corn should be ready. And it is. Just waiting for this to fill up here. Actually, I'll go grab what's in the other silo also. And I can leave it in the BGA drop-off point, and it should take it as it uses it. 157,000 liters in this one. So we're going to make a lot of money selling electricity today. What do we got for... Well, there's a forage harvester, which I don't need. And none of the stuff I need. If they had the slurry tanker in here, I would probably save up and buy it, but it's not there. When you were younger, you got a chance to live and work in the U.S. as a truck driver, and I turned it down. Biggest mistake. Yeah, we've all made mistakes in our lives. I mean, if you haven't made mistakes in your lives, then I don't think you're living, honestly. We've all looked back in our lives and saying, I wish I'd done A instead of B option, but that's what part of life is. You got to make a choice at the time, and you probably at the time, John. Robert, you probably thought you were making the correct choice. But I could sit there, you know, there's a job. I had a job opportunity once, and I didn't take up on it. But thinking about it, if I did take that job, would I be doing this today? Probably not. All right, so now we need the combine, and also need the T8. Let's go get the trailer on the T8. What is the point of silage additive? Silage additive will, when you're picking up grass off a field like we were in the forage wagon, silage additive will add 5% to the yield. So basically, for every 100,000 liters of grass I picked up, I got an additional 5,000 by having the silage additive in there. May not sound like a lot, but it adds up. All right, park the T8 here. Grab the combine, and the corn header is just right around the corner. Alright, let's unfold the corn header, unfold the harvester. Oh, can I get between the corn, sorry, the beehive and the tree? Don't think I can on that one. Watching your old American Truck Simulator realistic series as I play at the moment, you make it look easy. Some would disagree, but I'm glad you're liking the series. Alright. Lower the corn head. Actually, what I need to do... Oh, the plow is back at the store. I need to get the plow back to the farm because I got to plow the potato field and now the corn field is going to need it. But we'll harvest this section of the cornfield, and we're going to work on to harvest the other section of the cornfield. So yeah, the purpose of our grass field that we've been kind of working in today, all we're really doing with the grass field is we're just cutting up the grass, picking up the grass, putting it into those silos where it gets fermented into silage. And then we're bringing the silage to the BGA, where the BGA processes that into electricity, methane, and digestate. Corn yield is looking good. So I don't know how much pig food that we have in the mixer, or how much corn I have in the mixer, but we'll top it off. And then the rest can go into our silo. And someday we will have the New Holland CR11 combine on the farm. I may actually keep this this class harvester, because with more fields we get, having 2 harvesters wouldn't be a bad thing. And by the time I go to sell this thing, it probably won't be worth as much as I paid for it. Pipe out, and we'll unload. I think I'll get just shy. Actually, the yield might be better this year than it was last year, which seems a little odd. But I think I get almost to the other end here. Well, it looks like this year I might actually get to the other end. All right, in you go. Maybe I should have a look at some contracts. Although I'm going to be using all my tractors here, but you never know what's out there. Harvesting, are these all vegetable contracts? Pretty much. There's a plowing contract. Oh, but I should be, yes, my Massey Ferguson. That should be weeding. I do got the narrow tires on here, so we should be fine for crop destruction. Alright, we're just going to hire ourselves a worker for this. And I did forget to feed Sam this morning, even though Sam's probably not here. Alright, let's tear up this corn. Yeah, and I need to fertilize our grass field. Keep on top of that. So we got a good amount of fields on the farm now, so it's not like we're desperate to keep on earning cash at a rapid rate. I think we got enough to keep our pigs fed, and we're making good money from our grass field all the way to through the BGA. another 2 years or so, we can get back to working in the sawmill when those trees have developed. So I think things are looking pretty good. We'll have to visit our pigs here once we get done harvesting the corn in this side of the field. See if we're... I'm kind of shooting for, not that I have much control into it, but I was kind of hoping we have 100 pigs by the end of the year, meaning December. I think last we checked we had 72. Well, at least the corn is showing up in the harvester. I think what John was saying is John was a ladies' guy. He's a ladies' man. It's not the job, it's the guy. It's the guy in the uniform. Alright, let's go and load the corn again. So if everything goes well with the BGA, I should be making almost every hour. If it's running the full hour, I think like 30 or 40,000. Today's a holiday for you, and I'm glad that is, because it's too cold to even go outside. Oh, is today like President's Day here in the States? I'm seeing a few people saying that they're not working today. I think, is today President's Day? Might be. It's like that sun's starting to peek out a little bit more here in Frechdachs. Give us a little bit more light. I never got President's Day off before, so used to be a real busy time for me, President's Weekend, because being in Vermont, we got a lot of ski resorts, so it kept me busy on that weekend. In 22, FS22, there were corn headers that had, like, I think they were called like deviators on the corn header, and they would mulch the corn stalk as you harvest it, and it would give you a stage of mulching. Probably won't get around the field again. There we go. We just jumped right up to $72,000 in the bank account, which is nice. Yeah, by the time the end of October gets here, I think we will be able to afford the slurry tanker. Probably not the not the injectors, but the sprayers for it, but at least we'll be able to afford the tanker itself. Next week is spring break for us, and then my next day off would probably be Easter. Well, Easter does fall on a Sunday, but depending on what kind of job you got. Every day is a day off to me at this point, but I really haven't had a day off in a long time at this point, where I've just taken a day off from not being at the computer. If I take a day off from sitting here at this computer, it's probably because I don't have any power at my house. I am kind of curious as to, since I can change the color of the UI, why doesn't it change the color of the temperature? But it changes the color of everything else. I need a vacation. Didn't take any vacation time last year. What's a vacation? I haven't been anywhere in a long time either. Yeah, that's true. The temperature is, I think that's from the extended info mod where it tells you the year. Well, no, because it shows the calendar October year 4. It shows that's in yellow. That should be part of that mod. Tractor, this is the combine doesn't like the ground deformation that much either. Hello, the herd. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Monday. Alright, let's go unload this corn, and we'll get our workers started in the other half of the cornfield. And I think we will probably have to grab the Fent, and we'll spread fertilizer on our... Or do I want to wait? No, because I'm not gonna have enough money to buy the spreader. I was thinking about waiting and getting... I want to probably buy the tanker today, but I may not have enough money to buy the nozzles in the sprayer. Nowadays, I'd rather just sit here at home and play or watch farm sims. The real farming got to be too much for work, for donating my time, or maybe trading my time for a better price of beef. We're going to grab this. We'll go top off. Well, let me see actually, before I just drive over there, I'll have a look at the pig food mixer to see if what it needs actually. It would take 50,000 liters of corn, so we'll bring it on over. We'll have a quick look at the pigs to see how many we got. You can see the silage slowly being dumped into the BGA as it needs it. Wasn't long ago when I bought this field, there wasn't nothing over here except for a potato field, and we have definitely been piling the buildings over here. What do we got for pigs here? Oh, 72, same as last month. That one's so excited about the food, it doesn't know what to do with himself. I wonder why they freeze up like that every once in a while, then they get going again. Yeah, that one's running off to the feed trough. I wonder if we get the frog sounds when I come over here today. So, wonder what happened to my frog sounds after placing down the weeds in the pond. Oh well. Yep, that doesn't seem to be working anymore. But it looks like the pigs are unfroze and moving. They all seem to be nice and happy. Oh, it actually took all the corn that we had, so that's good. We'll park this like right here. Let's go grab the Fent, and we'll get the grass field fertilized. Pigs are doing their best same impersonation. Seems like it. As long as they don't really disappear on me, that's what matters. Oh, not close enough to the spreader. Combine's almost full. Trying to buy 5 pallets of sugar from the warehouse in Riverbend Springs, and it's saying that I do not have the space, but there is not anything in the space. Don't have an answer for that. The only thing I bought at the warehouse in Riverbend was the furniture at the very beginning when I was building our house. Okay, so before I get fertilizing this, let's go empty out the combine. All right, Skender, enjoy your evening. Sounds like it's going to be a routine where he makes you dinner, and then you carry him off to bed afterwards. Yeah, hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. All right, let that unload. All right, let's fertilize our grass field. You know what I should do? Because last time was kind of a pain. I will actually use, let's see, steer assist, 1 headland, show lines on. There we go. Let GPS do its thing. Apparently the working speed of this is only 11 miles an hour. But we'll be cutting the grass again in November. So just think that BGA is going to be constantly running now, I feel like, for the next few months. Let's see, we got some pigs roaming around this side of the field. Yeah, they're actually moving, so they're not frozen. Don't know if we got any pigs at this corner or not. But that pig pen will hold up to 700 pigs, and we're at 72, so we're only 10% of the way there. So this is the thing about the artificial fertilizer versus the slurry or digestate. At least with this spreader, I got a 42 meter wide working with. I think maybe like a 30 meter wide working with is about the max I may get in the base game with the slurry tanker. I mean, this is more convenient, a little bit faster. So, I mean, if you're not worried about the money, then you can always just use the slurry from your pigs or cows and bring it to the BGA to be processed into electricity and methane. And with the digestate, you could just sell it. It's not worth a lot, but you're better off processing the slurry at the BGA if you can. Is my worker still weeding the first field? Apparently they are. Got to get him over to the wheat field after that. But we're getting ourselves to the point, I know I've been saying, I mean, if you look at the beginning of the series, we did a lot of contracts. We've still been doing a lot of contracts. But we're getting a little bit more picky on which ones we do. And we're almost at the point of we may not actually have to do any contracts, just an occasional few if you want to. This grass field, along with the sawmill, is providing us enough cash to get on through. But I still have that $2 million loan, which is now down to $1,980,000. Finally paid some of that off a little bit. Surprised our combine isn't full yet. Doesn't even have the beacons on, so it's not even 80% full. Probably should have changed the angle that I was working on, but once we get a few of these passes in, it won't be too bad. Now, once I get this job done with the fence, I'll probably just reset the fence back to the store so I can grab the plow and get the plow back when you start plowing out the potato field. And then the cornfield will need to be plowed also. And now the combine's 80% full. So once I get done with this row right here, we'll go over and empty it. And the corn off that field, I'll just dump into the silo because the pig food mixer is going to be pretty well full at that point. I hope in the future that they create, so like the pig pen, if I wanted to expand on that, because the only way right now that you could make the pen bigger or change the shape of the pen of the current one you got, basically you gotta just sell the whole thing and start over. But it would be kind of interesting, like if I wanted to expand the pig pen over to this grass field, I would just love to be able to delete some of the fence and then go around this field here. I don't want to. That'd be a lot of pigs. But it would be kind of interesting to see how many we could hold. Alright, let's tab over to here. Where are you? You're right behind us, kind of. And the good news is the auger is on the side. It's been harvested. And let me tab back over to the Massey Ferguson. Where are you? Right here. Good. Get this over to our wheat field. And then take care of the weeds in the wheat field. We'll get back to fertilizing the grass field. Work is getting done. Hello, Mason. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Monday. Looks like we just got about another 20 grand from the BGA in the last hour. You get to weeding our wheat field. I'll get back to fertilizing the grass field. Looks like I'll have enough fertilizer to complete this job. At least I think I will. Maybe I'll top it off with fuel also. That way, once I get the plow on here and start plowing up the potato and corn field, it'll be good to go. What is digestate used for? Digestate and slurry are pretty much the same thing. So whatever you can use slurry for, you can use digestate for. So digestate you get from the BGA, which is a byproduct of material you bring there to be produced into energy and methane. But you can spread digestate on your field as a stage of fertilization. No, Mason, this is not multiplayer. At least I'm not playing on a multiplayer. I don't know if you're asking if the game itself can be multiplayer, which it can be, but I'm not playing on a multiplayer server. Is this just a headland I gotta do, or, which I've already done the headland, but I'm sure there must be a spot I need to get to at the other end. Let's see here. Oh no, we're fully fertilized. We're good to go. We're all set. Alright, I'm just going to turn off the line so I don't have to see them. Wait, I'm also going to switch it back over to AI worker. So when I go hire a worker. Oh, did I actually hire a worker for over there? Oh, I did. It's working. We're good. Alright, grass field's all set for November cut. Got a couple pallets of strawberry ice cream, but don't think we need to jump into selling that. Alright, let me top this off with some diesel. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and reset that vehicle back to the store instead of me driving it all the way back. And now we will enter this vehicle. Do you have the BGA set to selling? Yes, it's selling the electricity. That's why we're getting like $20,000 an hour right now. I'm not selling the methane yet. And the digestate it is holding because the digestate is something we'll be using to spread in our fields. I think the combine was getting ready to stop because it was almost full, but we got it just in time. Alright, combine should be able to finish that off. Well, maybe not. Might get full again. Alright, let's jump into the Fent and we'll pick up our plow that I dropped off here. We'll say the dual wheels on here look pretty good on the 728. Does take up more than my side of the road though, but one thing I do like about this tractor is the top speed of 39 miles an hour, which is nice. And we'll get this to start plowing up the potato field that we harvested on Saturday. Get that ready for the spring planting. Sounds weird saying spring planting when I'm still in October. Yeah, I'm not sure we need another. I don't think we need a bigger tractor currently than what we got, like the T8. But another tractor of like this kind of size would be good. This is our potato field, so we're just going to get ourselves a worker for that. How are we doing on the weeding job? The weeding job is almost done. Then I can get this back to the farm. Hello, Farmer G. Welcome. Hope you're having a good, almost said Friday. Wow. Hope you're having a good Monday. And you had a wonderful weekend. But a lot of you probably wish it was Friday at this point. Got enough room on those farms for a big bud. Well, I'm trying to keep in tone with the location of the farm. And Frechdachs is a German map, so I mean, if I were to go big tractor or bigger than a New Holland T8, let's see, what do we got here? I mean, the Fendt 1100 probably, or the Kloss, but I used the Kloss on Riverbend because that was on sale. But maybe the Fendt or the John Deere, one of these two. And really probably the Fendt, because it's a lot cheaper for the price. A lot cheaper for the price, that makes sense. A lot cheaper for what horsepower we would get. Yeah, I'd probably look at a Fendt. But, yeah, currently I'm not looking to... Well, I think we're going to get done harvesting this cornfield. There we go. We got a few more purchases to go before we start looking at tractors. Next purchase needs to be a tanker to move around the slurry and digestate. Hello, Cowboy Hat Gaming. How you doing? Pretty good day. My bale mod failed, so was able to resubmit it with the updated version I had ready. So now you just gotta wait the last time I checked, it was like a 5 or 6 day waiting period for resubmitted mods. Or was it? Is it 3 days for resubmitted mods and 6 days for updated mods? I forgot. Either way, should not have as long of a wait. One would hope, but alright, Combine we are done with for the year. So let's give this a rinse. We'll put it away. Corn headers clean. Alright, Combine's looking kind of spiffy. We'll wash the planter because why not? My planter that dirty? Been a good day. Well, that's good to hear. And I don't think I can reach the baler. Nope. Oh, whoops. Then I grabbed the baler with super strength. Don't want to be doing that. I think that would have reached. Actually, Farmer G, because of your balers, I've been having issues with balers on this map. When I go over like a big area of ground deformation, the baler all the balers. The pickup on the baler is curling up and under the baler, which of course lifts the front end up, which lifts the rear axle of the tractor off the ground enough not to get enough traction. I haven't tried it on other maps yet, but I figured out that's what's causing the problem with my balers on this map so far. But that's more of a giant issue, I think, with ground deformation being too far down, I think. Going too far down to the ground, I guess. Combine can go right there. Let me get into the T8. We'll drop off the corn. I think it's the collisions on the map. Yeah, I haven't tried other maps yet, but I finally figured out, I got some time yesterday to try it on out on the map to see if it was the setup or the baler or the save game. It's a good amount of corn. Actually, I may need another shed around here at some point so somebody get a lot more equipment again. Let's go ahead and wash this trailer. I mean, if it continues to be a thing with the baler, because the only thing I'm doing with the baler at this point is doing straw bales. I do have the forage wagon. I could pick it up with that. We'll wash the T8 as well. Every time he likes to get that pressure washer. And for now, yeah, we'll park that there. I haven't had the issue on my last test map and done about 2 million liters of straw and grass in the last day or so. Yeah, someone just said it might be the collisions on the map itself. But I haven't tried it. I am playing on Penye, and I'm not having the problem with balers on that map. But I really haven't been in ground deformation areas on that because I just started there. Any map, the baler needs to have the wheels axle aligned perfectly, and GE had the issue back when I made baler mod. That is if the mod joined halfway through you talking about. Well, currently the baler I got on this map is the Coon. I had the Case Quadrant, and they were both doing the same thing. They were following my class Lexion, and yeah, the work speed was slowing down to like about 4 miles an hour because I was getting no traction whatsoever on the tractor, and you could see it was lifting up the rear axle off the ground enough. The only one that seems to do it well enough is this New Holland T8, where it could pull the baler along at a decent pace. So yeah, it might be just a map. Let's see. What else am I moving here? Don't think I'm moving anything else currently, so I can go ahead and park up the T8. Actually, you know what? The T8 needs to go grab this trailer here. What's the lettuce selling for today? Lettuce. That's not great, so we'll hold off onto it, but we do got $42,000 worth of lettuce. And yeah, everything else can we just keep? It's fine. So this trailer, if I park this trailer in like this, and then we'll park the electric Volvo in our other trailer in there, and everything will be in the shed. It's taking a while to get everything back in there, but we are just about there. All right, and the Massey Ferguson, I think, is done. Our beautiful wheat field. Yeah, also on this map, I always play with crop destruction on. And usually, in the first growth stage, you don't get crop destruction no matter what kind of tire you have on there. But on this map currently, it doesn't matter what growth stage it's in. As long as the crop has germinated, if I were to go in there with other than narrow tires, I would destroy the crop in the first growth stage. Learned that lesson a few times already. So now I just know anytime the crop has grown, I better be going in the field with narrow tires, or I'm going to leave nice tram lines everywhere. That must have sold some more stuff at the BGA because we're up to 101,000. And this is the map Frechdachs, in case you're wondering. I did not hit out, I hit refuel. Thank you. And we'll give the Massey Ferguson and the hoe a wash. It's always good to wash your hoe once in a while. The 7S, I didn't check on the hours just a second ago, but we must be getting up there in hours. I use it quite a bit. Don't grab the pressure washer. Thank you. Alright, so 26 hours. Whoops. 26 hours on the Massey Ferguson. Wait, why did it not plant where I had crop destruction from last year? Why did that not replant over that? That makes no sense. And what I just remembered is I do need to I need to fertilize those fields. I only got one stage in. But why did our drill not reseed that part of the field? Oh, come on, too quick, grab it. Shouldn't have to plow it because I got a direct drill. So I don't need to plow or cultivate beforehand. So I should have replanted right over it. Well, I'm not going to get the drill back out to drill that little section right there. But if I got to plow it to make it work, I guess I'll have to. Does seem like the last patch may have broken more things than it fixed. Yep, this needs another stage of fertilization into it. And looks like my potato field is just about done. These trees, I do need to either just... I may just cut them down with the lumberjack mod and say the heck with it. I'm just making sure we did plow this corner of the field. Yep, looks like we're all set. Alright, this field is all set. Yeah, we're going to take the lumberjack mod. We're just going to eliminate these trees completely. I'm not going to bother cutting them down and bring them up to our sawmill. Just eliminate them. Not worth the hassle to bring them up there and get... I mean, if I was in desperate need of money, which... Yeah, I still need money. Who doesn't? But we're making a good amount of money from the BGA. There we go. So now we got our access road out to there. Alright, and then you get to plowing this field. I don't think I have to lime any of my fields this year. No, everything is looking okay. Let me take out plowing for a second. No, that field's fine. Yeah, we're pretty much all set. But yeah, I'm just was not expecting... This is where I learned that we got crop destruction even in the first growth stage last planting season, because I came in here to fertilize and I destroyed the crop. But apparently my direct drill will not reseed over that. So it doesn't make any sense though, because the direct drill... wait, before I say that, let me just double check. Let me turn on flight mode here. Yeah, so we had hail damage in this field, and the direct drill corrected the hail damage and replanted. But it didn't do it where I did crop destruction. Yeah, so this map does seem to have some, because you guys are saying you're not having crop destruction on the first growth stage, but we are on this map. So this map definitely has its own little beast when it comes to the fields and crop destruction, and the balers having their issues with going over ground deformation. So yeah, we do got some issues on this map, but overall, it's something I can't work around in the meantime. So our grass field is all set to go for a cut in November. We'll probably do that tomorrow. Yeah, in the meantime, yeah, we're still putting silage into the BGA. It's maxed out at 75,000 liters. But that just means every hour we're getting like $20,000 to $30,000 worth of electricity being sold. In the meantime, we'll start piling up some silage into fermenting silos. That pig food mixer is a little loud. And yeah, we got our 72 pigs. Eventually, you're trying to get away up to 700. Oh yeah, what is the, do we reach the, I think we're at $2,400 for pigs. Did they get up any higher? They did go up another $100, so now they're worth $2,500. So I wonder how far up the value is going to go on pigs. We're up to 2,500, so maybe 3,000? I have no idea. Next month, though, they will give birth to some more pigs. So, yeah, the population is growing here at the pig farm. But hopefully, by the end of the month, when we get to it tomorrow, we'll have enough money to buy ourselves the slurry tanker, so I can transport. What we got here? Just 28,000 liters. But we'll put the slurry into the BGA. But the thing is, we're starting to get a lot of digestate. We're up to almost 350,000 liters of digestate. So that means, yeah, I think the tank is 220. Oh, almost 260,000 for the largest tanker. And then, of course, we can put that's a 30 meter wide, that's a 36 meter wide. So I'll probably go with a 36 meter wide sprayer nozzle on that, but that's going to be 125,000. But we'll gotta get the tanker first. That is what we need. Yeah, keep putting that silage in there. How much is in the? All right, so I got like another 18,500 liters to be put into there. That's fine. That'll be working out just fine. So I'm going to let the Fed continue plowing up this cornfield, and of course I'm going to let the Massey Ferguson finish up fertilizing the wheat field, and I'll bring it over and do the canola field probably before tomorrow's stream. But we'll get the other side of this cornfield plowed up, and we'll move on to the months and probably zip right on through the winter months without doing a whole bunch of contracts. We got that BGA, like I said, to bring us in a lot of money and keep our production buildings going. So don't know how far we'll get tomorrow, but we'll buy some more stuff. I don't think we'll be buying any fields or anything like that, but never know how much money we bring in. Did I check the sale page? I did. I remember this stuff. Yeah, we did check the sale page. How can you empty a trailer without a tractor? That's kind of a feature in Farming Simulator 25, it appears. So if you leave something in a trigger, that'll take it. So like if I left a trailer full of pig food at the pig barn, if I left it there, as long as the pigs require food, it would take it out of the trailer. I don't know if that's what Giants intended, or is it a bug, or whatever they're doing, but that's currently been a thing throughout since the release of FS25. I don't know if they want to keep it that way, but since it's like that, you can leave a trailer. If a trailer's got stuff in it at a production building or animal pen, it will take it out of it as it needs it. It is saying that all items. Another thing you could be having a problem with, Adam, are you on console? If you're on console and you're trying to buy sugar pallets, you may have too many pallets. You may have to sell some pallets before you can buy some more. If you're on console, console has a limit to how many pallets and that kind of stuff you have on your map. PC has a limit as well, from what I've been told. But I have never hit that limit myself. And I've had a lot of pallets on the map. So, you could be just saying you don't have enough. You got to sell some pallets or get rid of pallets to spawn new ones. I think my Massey Ferguson is done, so I'll bring this over. And I'll get them started on the canola field. You play on PC. You must have an awful lot of pallets, man. Because I have never hit a pallet limit on PC. I don't even know what the limit is on PC, but I think someone told me like 250 or is it 500? I forgot which. You can actually start in this corner of the canola field as far as I'm concerned. Alright, so this field will be done. So yeah, tomorrow, right here on Frechdachs, same starting time as always. We will go ahead and get on through the rest of fall and probably through winter and buy some more stuff. Mainly the slurry tanker. Is there a mod to change that slot limit? I think there might be, but I'm still trying to figure out how you would have that many pallets, because I thought I've had many pallets before. And if you're reaching a limit on PC, I'm just wondering, what are you doing to have that many pallets? But anyways, if you're still here and you enjoyed what you saw today, you may want to think about hitting that thumbs up button. It helps me out more than you know. Thumbs down button's there as well. You can hit that if you like, but leave me as a comment as to why, so I can make the streams better for you in the future. And if you're new here, might want to hit that subscribe and notification bell so you don't miss out more content like this. But like I said, I'll be back tomorrow for more fun here on Frechdachs. Not so many contracts, but just working in our field. Yes, we will have a grass field to cut again. But we'll probably be cutting the grass and having a worker behind us picking up the grass. And we'll distribute in these fermenting silos evenly so we can make silage quicker, or as quick as we can, and keep that BGA up and running. And yeah, we'll probably get through the winter months and into next spring where we can start another farming season here on Frechdachs. And yeah, who knows, maybe we'll hit that 100 pigs in the pig side. Probably maybe even more than that. At least I do think so. Also mentioned, at the beginning of the stream today, I did release a snow runner video this morning. So you can go watch that if you haven't seen it, if that's your type of thing. And tomorrow, before tomorrow's stream, you should have an episode of Penier out already. So you can watch that before the stream if you want. And yeah, I did ask a couple questions in that stream and I'd like some answers on that. So know where to continue on with that series. But anyways, yeah, I'm going to be wrapping up here for Frechdachs. And yeah, hopefully everyone had a good time today and a good day off for most of you. And yeah, hopefully I will see you tomorrow. But until then, have a good one.